Alright folks, it's time now for something new here on my channel. And what you're going to be seeing spread at the points during the 2015 year, you're going to be seeing reviews of the different video game consoles that I have. And as you can see, I've got my camera mainly pointed toward my N64 at the moment, so as long as it's pointed there, we're going to go ahead and review that console. Because I think that's a good way to start off these kinds of videos, and a good way to start off the 2015 year. Now, the thing about that, though, is I'm going to have to go through this as quickly as I can, because I still have that copyright strike on my channel until Wednesday. So I've only got about, and we're already a little over a minute in, so I've only got about just under 14 minutes left to talk about to do this. So here we go. Now, as you all know, the Nintendo 64 was originally released back in 1996 and launched with a couple games, Super Mario 64 being one of them, and I believe Pilot Wings was another one. Or no. I think no, it was Wave Race 64. I think was the other one. I don't know, but anyway. When this N64 first came out, the game that was bundled with it on a lot of the purchases was Super Mario 64, and that really changed the whole dynamic of gaming, because as you know, Super Mario 64, it was the first game to be in 3D, and so that had never been done before. Now, I did have a Nintendo 64 originally. That was from, I think, late 1996, or maybe early mid-1997. I can't remember when I got it originally, up until 2002. And that's a great system, the Nintendo 64. You can have hours of fun on it. You've got you got this fun stick control here. That was new at the time, and it's definitely a great system. Now, of course, with a great system comes some great games. Super Mario 64 being one, and then of course the same year that the N64 came out, later in that same year, Cruis'n USA was ported from the arcades over to the Nintendo 64 console. Now, and I actually went online and found out that the version of Cruis'n USA that was released on N64 was actually supposed to be one of the launch titles for the N64, but for whatever reason, it got the N64 version got delayed until December of '96. Then some other great games came out the following year. Mario Kart 64 being one, which is one of my favorite Mario Kart games. Games in the series. I've always been a fan of Mario Kart. I think I've played every single Mario Kart that's ever come out. Now, I do have Mario Kart 64 on the Wii Virtual Console, but I kind of want to get the actual cart for it again, so hopefully I can find it. And then, of course, there were some other great titles that came out on the N64. There was Star Fox 64, which I do have. And what else is there? Yeah, I already said Mario Kart. And of course, there was also Pokemon Stadium, which I do have that. That's a really fun game to play. And of course, in the late 90s, in 1999, Nintendo began releasing, that was the first year that a very popular game came out on the N64. That game was Mario Party, which became the first in a series of Mario Party games. The first one coming out for N64 back in 1999. As you know, that version of Mario Party was notorious for the control stick spinning mini games. I'm not actually going to do the motion on here because I don't want to ruin the controller, but anyway, well, what happened was a lot of people got blisters on their hands or whatever from that game, and as a result, Nintendo gave people gloves to wear to protect themselves from injury. Now, of course, as a result, Nintendo, they actually got sued as a result of that. So, as a result, they didn't. So the control stick spinning mini games were only seen in Mario Party 1. Mario Party 2, which came out in 2000, did not have those, and neither did Mario Party 3 from 2001. And then of course the Yoshi Story came out the same year as the first Mario Party. That one I do not have as of yet, but I would like to get it. And there was also a series of Mortal Kombat games that came out on the N64 during the 90s. And I do not have any of those, but I would like to get them. And then I think the last game that was ever released for the N64 was, I think, Tony Hawk, which I think was November or December of 2001, right around the time the Nintendo GameCube came out. And then, of course, also in 2001, probably one of the most controversial games ever made for the Nintendo 64 was released. Conker's Bad Fur Day. I don't really know much about that game because I have not played it. And I will say right now that I do not intend on playing that one. Ever. I mean, I am old enough to be playing M-rated games, but I just choose not to. So I'm most definitely not going to be getting Conker's Bad Fur Day. And even by some chance I were to get it, I would think it would be safe to say that I would not be playing it on YouTube. However, there is one game that came out in the N64 in 1999 that I have for Virtual Console that I used to have for N64 and would like to have again. Super Smash Brothers. Now that one's a really good game. I would love to get my hands on that one again. And so there you go. Oh, and I forgot to mention Pokemon Stadium 2, I think also came out on N64 either 2000 or 2001. I know the original one had the original 150, and then Pokemon Stadium 2 had the original 150 plus the new Johto Pokemon. say, I had the first one when I had the N64 originally. I had the first one, but not the second one. And I do have the second one right now, and I'll actually show that to you on the camera. Yep, there that is, and it's in great shape, this cartridge. And what I like about this one is it's got gold on one half and silver on the back. And it's designed like that because it's supposed to be based off the Pokemon from the gold and silver versions of the Pokemon game on the Game Boy. So there you go. So 2002 was the last year I had my original N64, and then it got traded in for GameCube. But then of course I got the N64 console again March of last year, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Now, is this a console that I would consider a classic? I would say most definitely yes. A lot of great games and great fun, and it's great for multiplayer stuff. Like you can do multiplayer with games like Mario Kart, Mario Party. So yeah, definitely a lot of fun. Would I recommend this system? Would I recommend purchasing this system? Yes, I most definitely would recommend this and purchasing this. Because it's a great system, you have a lot of fun, you will definitely not regret it. Oh, bless me. Alright, well, so, to summarize, overall I would give the N64 system a 9.5 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10. Alright, so that's going to do it for this review of the Nintendo 64 console. And there'll be more of these video game console reviews down the road in 2015. And I will see you all again next time.